welcome to Business News. The Central Bank of Nigeria has said its decision to hold all monetary policy rates and all other policy parameters constant stems from its determination to stem inflationary pressure. The Central Bank Governor Godwin Emefiele said this at the end of its two-day meeting, which also marks the first for the year 2022. The MPC retained benchmark interest rate at 11.5%, cash reserve ratio as well as liquidity ratio retained at 27.5% and 30% respectively. Our correspondent Folashade Ogurinde tells us more in this next report.
Beyond retaining all parameters constant, the CBN Governor and Chairman of the Monetary Policy Committee, Godwin Emefiele, addressed a number of issues raised at the end of the MPC meeting. While some advanced economies such as the United States have resolved to commence policy normalization, the CBN boss explained that the MPC made a decision to maintain the hold position in order to moderate inflation as well as accelerate output growth.
Committee was clear that a loosening option was not desirable because it will trigger further liquidity surfeit and fuel inflationary pressure as available funds may outstrip the economy's absorptive capacity or domestic capacity utilization. It also feels loosening could trigger foreign exchange demand pressure as the excess liquidity will be channeled to either frivolous importations or speculative holding on foreign exchange as alternative investment channels narrow, leading to foreign exchange depreciation and or inflation.
In recent months, reports of loan sharks and their method of dealing with defaulters have gained national attention. As a solution, the CBN governor has advised Nigerians to access loans from banks, adding that the Apex Bank is limited in terms of regulation.
The Central Bank has put in place the avenue through which you can raise your finance. Is it through a targeted credit facility, or is it the small and medium enterprise businesses that we have set up through our national microfinance banks? You don't have to know anybody. Just get onto the portal, fill the form, send your data. If your data is correct, you will be able to access loans. You say, what is CBN doing to stop loan sharks? I can assure you that if we know them, if we see them, we will deal with them. But they reside in the rural communities. We are not policemen. But when we find them in an organized setting, we clamp down on them and we deal with them ruthlessly.
The e-Naira, on the other hand, hasn't gained as much traction in the person-to-person transaction category, recording only 10% in the total transaction range.
Since its launch about 3 months ago, Nigerians have continued to gradually adopt e-Naira as a fast and reliable means of exchange. While transactions recorded range from P2P, that is person to person, or person to merchant, P2M, bank to person, person to bank, and bank to merchants, and merchants to bank, the person to bank and bank to person constituted 90% of what we see in the market.
To further help its drive towards financial inclusion, Emefiele disclosed that Nigerians who do not have bank accounts can now access the e-Naira platform through the use of the e-Naira USSD code. Folashade Ogurinde, TV 360 News.